Thank you, got it. So we are going to ask if you could please provide an introduction of yourself for 1 minute.
Okay. Can you guys see me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, you can? I couldn't
Mhm.
tell because of the way this thing is kind of set up. All right, you said to introduce myself?
Sure.
Okay, all right. So I'm Mary Waters. I'm an at-large city council member in the great city of Detroit, and there are two at-large members. I happen to be one of them. That means I represent the whole D. I'm a former state representative, also the first African American female floor leader in the history of the Michigan House of Representatives. The 6 years that I served there, I never missed one day of work because I knew I needed to be there. I used to work for Blue Cross Blue Shield some years ago, where I was one of the UAW organizers for Local 2500. I also worked initially as a substitute teacher in Detroit Public Schools, where I was a member of the DFT. And then I would later work doing dual enrollment with Wayne County Community College. I was a member of the American Federation of Teachers, the AFT. And so I have a lot of years of public service, and I do enjoy public service. And I understand that my role is to represent people who put me there. So that's what I bring to the table. Since I got here, City Council, I've hit the ground running. These past 3 years, managed to accomplish quite a bit, built working relationships, utilized my leadership skills that I brought with me. And I say that those leadership skills came from everywhere, from the school district, working with the kids, and also as a former state legislator and the first African American female floor leader.
Thank you. I think you had a nod there from a former Blue Cross and Blue Shield employee that remembered you from there.
Oh, well, isn't that something? Well,
Mm-hmm.
who is that?
That would be
Maybe
Miss King.
okay, I was gonna say maybe she'll tell me when she get to say some things. Okay, so she's teaching now.
Our
Wonderful.
our first question will be our Executive Vice President, Jason Posey. Uh-oh, Jason, you're upside down.
Good afternoon, Miss Waters. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I'm sorry, I'm using
Okay.
earbuds. Okay. Yes, my name is Jason Posey. I'm the
Yes.
Executive Vice President of the Detroit Federation of Teachers. Thank you for
Yeah,
spending some
very
time with us this
serious, Mr.
afternoon.
Posey. Yes, thank you.
What I've been told that, yes. It's a defense mechanism, Miss Waters. I'm okay. I'm a nice guy. No, all jokes aside, the question I have from our members are, why are you interested in serving as a United States Congresswoman at this time?
Well, at this time, well, I will say that I did run before. And when I ran in 2008, I came very close to winning. That was the 13th congressional district at that time. Then after that, they redrew the lines. All right. And I was then living in the 14th congressional district. I knew that I will run again at some point and really take on that seat. However, it was the 14th, and then it came back around. Now it's the 13th again. I decided it was my time, but not just for that reason. The main reason has to do with the fact that I believe that I'll do a better job. I will do a better job for this neglected 13th congressional district. As I travel throughout this district, everybody have the same issue. They're saying that they don't hear from their congressperson. They don't hear one single thing from them. They don't respond to them. I believe that I am the person that can help unite the 13th congressional district. I've already begun to do that because I'm getting extremely good reception from people as I travel throughout this district, from the southern end of it, Wyandotte and Wayne, all the way over to the Point, Hamtramck, Highland Park, it is important that we have somebody there who's willing to do that job and to listen to your local officials. Because one thing for sure, as a public servant, it is not about you, it is about those that you represent. And so I bring that to the table, and I get energized because there are so many young people who are willing to work, volunteer on this campaign, and I am excited about that as well.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Ms. Waters. My name is Marcus Walton. I'm a special education teacher at Jurio White. My question for you is, what are the responsibilities of a congressperson?
Of a congressperson, we're
Yes.
legislators. Yes, we are legislators. It you know, I can say that it's the same thing as it is at a state level and even at the city level. We are legislators. We have to propose various policy ideas, introduce bills, work with people on both sides of the aisle in order to get the job done. Bring home resources. That is key. Now, that is the biggest responsibility. Bring home resources back to your various communities, which is why it's so very important that you don't forget about why you are there. That's what we're supposed to do. So we shape policy, we introduce policy, we pass it, the legislation, and the president signs it or not. But it's very important to have working relationships on both sides of the aisle if you can.
All right, thank you.
I have the next question. Of course, I'm Lakia Wilson-Lumpkins, President, Detroit Federation of Teachers. What work and life experience do you have that will contribute to being a congresswoman?
Oh my goodness, let me count the ways. I believe, as a former state representative, as a former floor leader, now as a council member, at-large council member, and I also have to say that other community things that I've volunteered for, the fact that I've been in the school system some, understanding the roles of our educators and understanding more than the average person who has never been inside of a classroom what those needs are and how we can help teachers and students and so forth, how we bring back home the resources that will contribute to making things better. You see, one of the things that I know for sure, and that is, and it's easier said than done, but I wish we could get to a place where every single teacher had at least one assistant in their classroom. You know, it's very difficult for teachers to even go to the bathroom because they can't leave their classes alone. It is not right. I think that it leads to health challenges when the teachers have to stay in the classroom, can't go use the bathroom like they should because they don't have any assistants in their classroom. And I think that needs to change. I think it's very critical, and I think it would help to extend the life of our educators.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me, Ms. Waters?
Well, hello. How are you?
Hi, fine.
I
My
like
name
that
is
little
Robin.
cap, Robin.
I know I'm in the car. My name is Robin Jennings. I'm one of the co-chairs for our PAC committee, our political action committee,
Yeah.
and also one of the vice presidents. My question is, labor unions
Yeah.
and working men and women need the support of our elected officials.
Yes.
Now and more than ever. How
Yes.
will you stand in solidarity with the labor and working people if you are elected to be the next congresswoman?
Well, I intend to be, and I say
Yes.
solidarity forever. Listen, I'm a former union organizer. When I was at Blue Cross Blue Shield, UAW Local 2500, I stand. Listen, it is because of labor that the middle class exists. We cannot do this otherwise. And so I will forever, if you're on a picket line, I'm going to join you just like I did with the UAW. I'm going to also come and speak out on behalf of the workers. I am going to try to identify, while working with you all, as many resources as possible. I want that working relationship. I want to make sure that I don't just assume that I know everything or that I know what is best. It's going to be important to me to work with the Detroit Federation of Teachers and say, what should be our main priority? Which issues should I tackle first? What should be at the top of my list? That's the kind of support, that's the kind of relationship that I want to have.
Oh, good. And hopefully, I know you're busy, but just like today, we are standing in solidarity at the board meeting because we won our contract. So hopefully, if you got time, you can. Yeah, we won our contract now. So hopefully you can come tonight and support us because we'll be out there.
What time is that?
Well, the board meeting starts at 5:30. So
okay,
I don't know. You have a busy schedule.
Yes, I know. I think I can come for a while. We have a charter mandated meeting over in District 4. We have to have those once a month. It's kind of like regular session, but in the evening.
Okay. Okay. If you can.
Yeah. But
thank you so much.
On what street?
The Boulevard. Past June. East English Village at Finney.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's not bad because my charter mandated meeting is going to be at WC3 Connor. So that puts me relatively okay. All right. I can come by there at 5:30.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Vida Bonacci. I'm a retired DFT teacher who has come back to work part-time in the DFT office as our communication specialist. So if you're able to get there at 5:30, I'm going to be looking for you.
Okay, well, welcome back.
Okay, thank you. My question for you this afternoon is, what 3 to 5 things can we expect from you in your first year in office?
Okay. Woo. Okay. The top of my list, and I'm going to take it based on what I've heard as I travel throughout this district. Housing is a major issue, and it's certainly major in our urban areas like the city of Detroit and Highland Park, cities like that, who need the help. So I have to do that because we also have an aging population and seniors. Income is not changing, so they need income-based housing. Infrastructure, we've been dealing with a lot of floods in this region. And the other piece of it is education. Education is extremely important, and hopefully I can form relationships with a lot of the other members who have been working on education initiatives so that we can team up and figure out how we can bring those resources home. Job creation, absolutely. And then we're talking about Medicare for all. As I was listening last night, I was in a meeting and they talked about healthcare challenges. A lot of people who did not have health insurance. I think that as a country, as one of the richest countries, that we ought to identify ways to, because healthcare, like water and housing, is a human right.
All right, thank you.
Hi, Ms. Waters. I have the question. Yeah, I have question number 6.
Okay.
Now, if elected, would you be willing to walk the picket line, speak at union rallies, and support the efforts of unions to organize?
Without a doubt. That's easy for me because I just did it recently with the UAW. Yes. Oh, for sure. There won't be any hesitation.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
And Councilwoman Waters, I have the last question.
Okay.
Why do you believe that employees should have the right to collectively bargain and organize?
Oh my goodness. Let me count the reasons, and I'm gonna go back to because you need somebody, you need an organization to help fight for you. Somebody that's going to be at the table to negotiate with these companies. That's why I was so adamant about it when I was at Blue Cross Blue Shield. I said, we have got, and somebody says, well, why do you believe in unions? Because we need unions. People need somebody who's standing there fighting for them on their behalf. And it's so helpful when you have unions, because now people are being paid living wages. People are getting, people at the table negotiating their salaries. Can you imagine what people would be paid if it weren't for unions? Mm-hmm. And what that would do to our economy as well. I'm so happy that unions exist. I will always support unions. They are so important, not to just people who are members of the union, but guess who else benefit from it? Everybody else. When I was at Blue Cross Blue Shield, every time the union members got a raise, guess who else got a raise? All the other folks. Mm-hmm. And so it's so critical for so many reasons. There's nothing but positive things to say about our unions and about our labor movement. It has made this country what it is today.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. This ends our screening process. I just want to give you a little bit more information in terms of how we're going to provide a response to you. Previous to this screening today was the cutoff.
Oh my goodness.
But we appreciate you joining us quickly. We recognize your candidacy and did not want to not have you to screen at all. So yes. Thank you. We appreciate you. And Jason, before he departed, he is at a school right now. Okay. He did send me a message to tell you thank you for joining. Again, we appreciate you. So what we are going to do is deliberate. We know that it is very important for all candidates to be able to have whatever endorsements that they are going to have over the summer and definitely into the fall. So this is why we had our screening process relatively early, at least to our standards. I'm so glad. Thank you. So by the end of this week, we will have a response back to you and your team. I would appreciate, Ms. Waters, I know that you completed the packet, but if you have any digital
material,
if you could please forward that to us, that would be great.
Okay, will do.
Okay. All right. So this wraps it up for us. Okay. Again, we will make sure that we will have to upload this so that our members can view and weigh in, and we will be reaching back out to you by the end of the week.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And I just want to say thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you. I look forward to working with the Detroit Federation of Teachers. I want this to be a partnership. I know that I don't know everything, and that's what makes me so effective, because I'm willing to work with other people. And I've been in 2 different offices as a state legislator and now here on the city council. I know how to get things done. I know how to go and approach people that I've never met before in my life. And that's what it's going to take. The 13th congressional district need a person, especially in this day and time, somebody that is strong, somebody that is not afraid to forge those new relationships, somebody who has the ability to unite people in this district. And I believe I'm that person. And so I know that we can be victorious if we can get you on board, Detroit Federation of Teachers. I would sincerely appreciate it. And I will always, always appreciate it. Solidarity forever.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all for jumping on and doing this for me. We got to have a